Your body is doing impossible-looking stuff right now, and most of it happens without asking you first. Some of these facts sound fake. None of them are. A few are honestly a little rude. Your bones are busy. Your blood is on a road trip. Your teeth are tougher than you think. Your organs are low-key overachievers. Even your smallest parts are showing off. By the end, your body will feel way less ordinary. So let's count down the weirdest proof. At number 15, your skin is your body's largest organ. It wraps your whole body like a living suit, covering about 2 square meters in the average adult. That means your personal outer layer is basically wearing you, while also blocking germs, holding moisture, and helping control temperature. It also helps you sense heat, cold, pressure, and pain before you even think about what touched you. And it never really clocks out. Your outer skin cells keep flaking away and getting replaced, which is a very polite way of saying you shed yourself constantly. That's already wild, but the skeleton under that skin gets even weirder. At number 14, an adult human skeleton has 206 bones. Babies actually start with more bones because some separate pieces later fuse together as the body grows. So your skeleton isn't just a fixed frame. That count includes your skull, ribs, spine, and all the little hand bones doing precision work every day. It's more like a construction project that slowly edits itself into the adult version. And once it gets there, it still refuses to sit still. At number 13, most of your adult skeleton gets replaced about every 10 years. That does not mean your bones vanish overnight like a cartoon. It means bone is living tissue, constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. Without that constant repair, tiny everyday stresses would stack up far faster than you'd probably expect. So even your hardest-looking parts are quietly under renovation. Your body really loves maintenance. And the inside of those bones is even busier than the outside. At number 12, bone marrow makes your blood cells. Inside certain bones, soft, spongy marrow produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red cells carry oxygen, white cells fight invaders, and platelets rush in when you start bleeding. So the same body parts that help you stand, walk, and jump also help you carry oxygen and clot a cut. That's such an unfair amount of multitasking. And one bone in particular absolutely hogs the spotlight. At number 11, the femur is the longest, heaviest, and strongest bone in your body. That's your thigh bone, and it has to handle huge forces every time you stand, walk, run, or land. Its thick structure lets it support several times your body weight during ordinary movement. Basically, your femur is built like a biological bridge beam. It takes punishment all day and still expects zero applause. But your tiniest bone is somehow just as impressive. At number 10, the stapes in your middle ear is the smallest bone in your body. It's tiny enough to look almost toy-sized, yet it helps pass sound vibrations deeper into the ear. Along with the malleus and incus, it helps turn motion in the ear into sound your brain can read. So one of the most delicate jobs in your body belongs to one of its tiniest pieces. Small bone, massive responsibility. And now we're moving from tiny bones to outrageously tough teeth. At number 9, tooth enamel is the hardest substance in the human body. The outside of your teeth is built to survive years of biting, chewing, grinding, and the occasional terrible snack decision. Enamel is packed with minerals, which is a big reason it handles pressure so absurdly well. It's harder than bone, which feels rude when you remember. Enamel cannot simply grow back once it's badly damaged. So your body made the toughest coating possible, then gave it a no-refill policy. The deeper we go, the more your body feels over-engineered. At number 8, your body has more than 650 muscles. Some help you sprint, smile, blink, swallow, or keep your head from wobbling around dramatically. Your face alone uses a whole set of muscles just to make quick little expressions. Others work in the background, moving food, adjusting your eyes, and keeping you breathing without needing permission. So even when you think you're doing nothing, a whole crew is still on shift. And one nonstop worker deserves its own spotlight. At number 7, your heart beats about 100,000 times in a single day. In that same day, it can pump roughly 2,000 gallons of blood through your body. Even on a lazy day, that means blood is being pushed through an enormous delivery network non-stop. That means while you're sleeping, scrolling, laughing, or panicking over a text, your heart is still doing industrial-level labor. No breaks. No weekends. And the cleanup department right next door is just as ridiculous. At number 6, your kidneys filter about 150 quarts of blood every day. They pull out wastes, balance fluids, and help keep important minerals at healthy levels. They also help regulate blood pressure and support red blood cell production through hormones. So these two fist-sized organs are basically running quality control on your bloodstream non-stop. You barely notice them until they stop being helpful, which is classic body behavior. And now we get to the command center. At number 5, the human brain contains about 86 billion nerve cells. And somehow, we still haven't reached the strangest part of this countdown. Those neurons are constantly sending signals that help you move, remember, speak, breathe, and decide whether that sound downstairs is normal. They form giant communication webs, not just isolated little wires firing alone. 86 billion is such an absurd number that your brain can understand it while also being the thing being counted. That feels like showing off. But here's the part that makes the brain even stranger. At number 4, neurons are some of the longest living cells in your body. Many of them can last for decades, carrying signals over and over through the same living network. That staying power matters because rebuilding precise brain circuits is not exactly a quick weekend project. So a cell helping you think today may have been around since you were very small. That means parts of your mind are built with incredibly old wiring. And somehow the blueprint packed inside each cell is even more dramatic. At number 3, the DNA in a single human cell stretches to about 2 meters if you pull it end to end. That is roughly the length of a tall floor lamp, packed into a nucleus far too tiny to see. And that instruction set has to fit beside proteins and other microscopic machinery in the same space. So every little cell is basically hiding a microscopic cable spool of instructions. Your body is full of molecular origami. But those cells are connected by a transport network that sounds completely made up. At number 2, a typical adult has about 60,000 miles of blood vessels. If your body is starting to sound less like biology and more like infrastructure, same. Laid end to end, that's enough to circle Earth more than twice. Capillaries are the tiniest branches, built so oxygen and nutrients can actually reach individual cells. And all of those arteries, veins, and capillaries exist just to keep supplies moving everywhere at once. You are not just a person. You are a walking planet-sized plumbing project. And the number 1 fact might be the wildest repair trick of all. At number 1, the liver can regrow to a normal size even after up to 90% has been removed. That doesn't mean it's invincible, and it definitely doesn't mean you should test it. It means the liver has a remarkable ability to regenerate after major damage. That regenerative talent is one reason surgeons can sometimes remove part of a liver and still expect recovery. This organ is already handling nutrients, chemicals, and cleanup work. Then it casually adds rebuilding itself to the list. Honestly, that's almost disrespectful. So the next time your body seems ordinary, remember what's happening under the hood every second. A giant living shield is shedding. A bone factory is making blood. A fist-sized pump is moving gallons by the thousand. Ancient neurons are firing through a brain with 86 billion nerve cells. And a quiet organ in your side is capable of an almost science fiction comeback. If one of these facts permanently changed how you think about your own body, you've got excellent taste in weirdness. Drop your favorite one in the comments because I need to know which fact hit you hardest. And if this kind of true brain-bending stuff is your thing, there's a whole stack of Zorp facts waiting for you. Hit the next video and keep the streak going. Because the world is weird, your body is weirder, and somehow we've only scratched the surface.